All right, in this video, I'll share with you. It's a, it's a reality I've shared a couple of times on my YouTube channel, and it's something some of you know, and that is why you should not be nice. I've told you this before many times. You should not be nice, and the typical statements are there. Nice guys don't finish last, or good guys don't finish last. Now, in this video, I will share with you three incidents that took place that kind of reinforce the my mantra, that is, you should not be nice. And I'll tell you why. I'm listen. Before I even go further, I'm not asking you to be an asshole. I'm not asking you to start being rude with people. I'm not asking you to treat your spouse or your children or your loved ones in a bad way. But rather, what I'm asking you is you need to evaluate individuals and situations case by case basis. Let's say, for example, you have a cousin, you're being very nice to your cousin. Sometimes your cousin is nice to you, sometimes your cousin is not nice to you. So you need to, kind of fluctuate, kind of move. Like they say, as per the voltage, you need to react accordingly. So when your cousins, if you're nice to him and he's nice to you, fine. But if you're nice to him and he's an asshole, then you should not be nice. And I'm not saying just ignore. No, you need to put them in their goddamn place. And if there is someone like, let's say, for example, someone, your boss or your father, obviously you can't put your father and your boss in place. But then you should be smart enough to keep that in mind and use your logic or intelligence to deal with them. Let me give you the three examples so it kind of makes sense. And this example that I'm going to give you, my WhatsApp members know for a fact what I'm sharing is true. Okay. As you know, I created this new WhatsApp group. You don't have to verify yourself. You can just join, provided I just know, the key elements to who you are. Okay. Because the last thing I need is scammers and fraudsters and unwanted elements. Okay. So this particular gentleman who is, obviously I'm not going to give specifics. He's in his, nearing his 60s. Okay. He sent me a very, very polite message that he wanted to join my groups. And it was an authentic profile. And not only that, he introduced himself as a businessman, he introduced himself as a family man, and he said that I've been watching your videos, I've been taking a lot of content, and I share it with my kids. Kids means they're grown as young men and women or whatever. And I believe there's a lot they can learn from your content, whatever. He was very complimentary, he was very courteous, he was very kind. And because he's at that level, I was gracious. Okay, he's in his 60s and it's a real profile. Please, welcome to join. So I made him join my group. And, these are the kind of individuals I'm looking to add in my other groups also. Because someone at the age of 60 has a wealth of knowledge and experience that can benefit others. So he's a nice guy, whatever. And the purpose of him joining the group was not only all this, what he said, he also wanted to network, expand his online business. I was like, totally fine. As long as you don't spam the group and you take permission before sending anyone private messages, I'm perfectly fine. Because, there's no harm in supporting him. So, nice experience, good guy, everything fine. Okay. And, I was minding my own business, doing my own thing. After a few days of him joining the group and, everyone's giving their own opinions, people have all kinds of opinions. He finally shared a post or two, and this one really jumped out because he shared a post about his earliest post. Instead of sharing something of value, like maybe how to face an interview, or how to, tips on resume or personality building or how to run a business. Instead of giving words of wisdom and guiding people, His first post in my group was Hindu phobia, about how the world is against us Hindus. And I found that rather strange. I was like, why would your first post, or the first most important post, to a group of 200 people be about Hindu phobia? So I kind of felt a very nationalistic flair about him. I checked the video. It was some study that was conducted by some university. Oh, they are being Hindu phobic and all that. So I kind of evaluated that, okay, he's Hindu, he is kind of nationalistic, kind of Indian guy, and, you know, he looks at everyone who's non-Hindu. Oh, you're being Hindu phobic or whatever. If you criticize India or Hindus, okay, fine, whatever. And it kind of struck me, okay, I do put videos about criticizing Indians or Hindus. So sometimes Hindus, Muslims, Christians, whatever. So he might also may feel offended with this. So I didn't respond, nothing. I didn't do anything. So as we were, people are constantly putting out messages. One particular day I was free. This happened just 2-3 days ago or 2 days ago. I was slightly free and, just relaxing and just checking messages, emails, multiple windows open on my monitor. And there I was just, I don't know, I was just, pulling the leg of one young man or something. I was telling this guy, like, I give tough love. I don't give like encouraging like a baby. Where you're wrong, you're wrong. Where you're stupid, you're stupid. And if you have a stupid resume, you have a stupid resume. If you have stupid answers you give in interviews, you're stupid. You say it like it is. So we were just chatting. All of a sudden, this guy responds. I stopped chatting. I was checking on my email. This guy suddenly out of the blue responds and he states, talking about my group, the group that he requested me to join, my group, that he will learn and grow. He's saying forums like this are manipulative or forums like this are crap or something like that, he said. He's talking about my group. The forums like these, like mine, are manipulative or something. They make you feel inadequate so that they can sell you something. So what he's telling a total stranger, he doesn't know if he's talking to a 20-year-old or, 30-year-old or 17-year-old. He doesn't know who is he talking to. And he's telling this guy about me and my group that forums like this. Oh, electricity gone again. Let's see if it comes back in a few seconds. 5, 4. Okay. Good. So I don't need to restart the video. Okay. So what was I saying was, he's telling a total stranger, he's bad-mouthing me to a total stranger, and he's bad-mouthing my groups to a total stranger, that these forums, these groups are manipulative or bad in nature. My agenda of having this group, which is for free, you can come, you can go, you can do whatever you want. My agenda is to make you feel like shit so that I can sell you something. Now, before you do jump the gun, of course, Lloyd, don't you do that? I do that not on these WhatsApp groups, because mind you, maybe there's something you do not know. I've been running these groups for 10, 11 years or 15 years or whatever, long time. And I know for a fact, maybe you don't know this, but I'm telling you, I'm teaching you business 101. A person who is looking for free, a person who wants for free, the rude term for this is a freeloader. The person who is looking for free will never pay money. And a person who values themselves and pays money will never take anything for free. I can challenge you on this. See any successful person, your manager, CEO, or someone classy, and look at their behavior. They will never take anything for free from you or from anyone. Even if you offer them for free, no thanks. Because they know if they take for free, they are obligated to you. Which is why so many CEOs, so many successful top-notch executives, they do not have any social media accounts because they know it's for free. And they know for a fact, if you're giving me something for free, you're taking something from me. So they are very skeptical about it. And they know you're taking my data in exchange for this free thing that you're giving me online. So, in the same way, these people who join my groups, they are mostly students. They are mostly people who can't even afford a McDonald's meal. Okay. Forget the $237 per hour that you have to pay me. They can't afford a McDonald's meal. Some of them live hand to mouth. And there are some who can afford, but they're super stingy. So this is not my target audience. My target audience, and let me give you the biggest shocker of all. My clients, the people who can afford my services, they never join my groups. The people who can afford to pay me 1,000, 2,000, whatever, say $10,000, they don't like these groups. They don't have time for these groups, and they are never going to join a WhatsApp group with their number. They just go figure out. If you think I'm lying, create a WhatsApp group and ask your CEO and ask your directors to join. Nobody will join. Nobody will join. So I don't do this with these groups because I know the quality of people who come for a group titled free, they are not going to pay money. So now, where do I do this? I do this on my YouTube videos when I state drawbacks. And I don't give the whole solution, because if I were to give the whole solution online, nobody needs to take my service. They'll just, oh, Loy's offered solution 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say, thanks, Loy. Bye bye. I do offer certain videos of value where I don't take money. And also remember, one size cannot fit all. A director and a graduate, someone in engineering versus someone in a creative industry, you can't have one size fits all. So I hope that is clear. So in my WhatsApp group, I do not have this agenda. I don't play these mind games. And there is a group for self-improvement. It's called the Mastermind Group. But that is very exclusive for people that I feel genuinely want to share their goals, genuinely want to improve, and they don't pay me a single penny. But admission in that group is very restricted, extremely restricted, to the point where if you join that group where they share their goals of improvement and all that, and you're just a sitting duck and you don't contribute anything, I remove those people. I only keep people who are active in that group. So that's like a mastermind group of positivity, of helping each other, whether they want to study, whether they have financial goals. Different age groups are there. Okay, so I made it very clear. And I'll tell you one thing, straightforward from. If I want money from someone, I'll explicitly on their face tell them, listen, I want money, others bugger off. Okay? So I did not like what this guy did. I didn't like what this guy said. One is, you act like you're nice to me, but you actually have animosity and hatred towards me, my work, and what I do. You requested me to join my group for networking, business, and all that. And instead of being grateful, you are spitting. It's like, I'm offering you my hand, you're drowning, and you're biting it. Or it's like they say, no, don't spit on the plate that you're going to eat. I mean, what a son of a bitch you are, man. In fact, I told everyone, he's a fucking chutia. I pity his kids because he's a two-faced son of a bitch. Okay? So I didn't argue, I didn't fight anything. I just asked him, what do you mean by this forum is manipulative? I asked him, what do you mean by this forum and this, He couldn't answer. So I didn't argue, I kicked him out. So the first example I gave you, how they are two-faced. Now, you can say, oh, this is typical Indian or whatever. That I leave it up to you. Okay? So that was the first example. The second example happened, I think, a couple of days ago, maybe longer. Long story short, the guy is migrated to the West, and he's working odd jobs while doing his college. I'll not tell you which part of India. Then you'll say, oh, these people from this part of India, South India, North India, Punjab, or Chandigarh, or Gujarat, they are. Just keep it Indian. Okay, this guy's in Canada. And he sent me a message, the typical, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. I'm studying. My parents are paying money. I'm earning, but I'm not able to make ends meet. And he kept sending me, I'm depressed and please help me. I kept ignoring until finally the guy, the guy literally, I mean, he sent me a message which I don't want to elaborate on, which kind of I felt bad for him. And I was like, okay, today I'm free. Since he has been persistent, let me help him. Okay. I made him join a few groups which I normally do not allow to join so that he could network with people based in Canada. Okay. I gave him contacts, I gave him connections there. And, he showed me his profile. I told him what needs to be changed. And I also got him a bit of information that would prove useful for him. So everything is done. And he was very gracious. Thank you so much, sir. And he sent me a voice note. Thank you so much, sir. You're so whatever. Okay. Everything's fine. And after he joined these groups, after some time he started to become active, where he would give his opinion about India, BJP, Canada, the general stuff. And for me, when you say something stupid, obviously you need to be corrected. So he was busy arguing with other people and all that. And one of them I found kind of stupid, a very stupid comment, a very generic comment, which was like you could say racist or phobic or whatever towards a religion or community. And I put him in his place. I said, see, listen, shut your pie hole. You focus on your shit instead of lecturing others and trying to bully others or your point of view. I said, get the fuck out of my group. I made you join this group for learning and growing, not for bloody bullying other people and saying, my sausage is bigger than yours. Sorry, sir. Sorry. I apologize. Okay, fine. And there is this other member who also shares his views and opinions. We both differ, like in terms of politics, in terms of personal opinions. So people think him and I kind of clash, but I know him very well. He knows me very well. Few days later, I got this message. This guy, this member, he said, hey, Loy, you got a few minutes. Now, what people don't know is this guy is close to me. I know him for very many years. I say, hey, Loy, how things? Fine, man. And he told me, Loy, want to show you something. Okay. And then he showed me screenshots of this very same guy who I helped and assisted. He has been communicating to him behind my back privately, talking smack about me, bitching about me. And in fact, because he was talking smack and he encouraged him, and then he opened up and told, Loy is a son of a bitch and he's a bastard, you should take advantage of him. And he even admitted I created fake profiles where I downvote his videos, I talk shit about him. And he shared a few screenshots and he said, this is the only way you can teach this motherfucker. And he's talking about me. And we should bring people like this down. And he's like, my contact was like, yeah, exactly, good. He's like, I'll never stop until this guy is destroyed. Imagine this Indian chap based in Canada. He approached me for help. I helped him from a job to a few tips of resume to introducing my account. Everything I did, including joining these groups, which he's not supposed to join. And just because I corrected him and, he was acting like an asshole, he flipped his colors. And now he's bad mouthing about me to whom he thinks is my enemy. And no sooner, this guy, I know him for years. I told him, thanks for this. And I didn't confront this guy. I didn't expose this guy, nothing. All I did is I removed him from all my groups. And he was dealing with my contacts for a new job, a new opening, a new this thing. And I shared the exact screenshots with them. And I told them, my apologies to you. I recommended this candidate. This is his reality. Okay. So almost all my contacts said, boy, if he can stab you at the back, after you have gone out of the way to help him, I'm sorry, this is not a person we need. They said thank you. And some of them told, Loy, stop being nice. You're being too nice. I told him I'm not being very nice, but so this is the second example. Okay. I could have done a lot more damage because I even knew where he was working and all, but I said, forget it. Last, if not the least, the final example. This is a female. This was some time ago. I didn't talk about it because it was a very sensitive topic. Uh, Female in India, um, as usual, joined my groups and first wanted my advice. Send me an email. I want your guidance. I want your this thing, please, whatever. So I said, listen, if you want guidance and all, there are people in my group. You ask them, they'll give you guidance. I don't have time for this because she can't afford it. So I put her in some of my groups and with due diligence, she asked all of them for advice. She took their guidance. Her life was completely messed up in many ways. Relationship, money, job, this, that. And she showed signs of improvement. And finally, she decided she would go for a kind of, further education to equip her skills. She was, kind of listening. However, like this, if your DNA, there's something wrong, you will make the same mistakes. She started to have an affair with the teacher who was actually teaching in this college. And, one fine day, she obviously, because people, when they can't share with anyone, she opened up to me. And she said, sir, I would like to take your advice on something. I said, yeah, go ahead, tell me what advice you want. So this is something, don't be angry with me, don't shout. I said, just open up, tell me. There's nothing to surprise me. So she told me, I'm having an affair with this teacher. I said, okay, if you're having an affair, he's a grown man, you're a grown woman. I don't see him now. No, sir, but he is married. I was like, oh, okay, red flag. And his daughter is she's like older. So I said, let me guess, you're having an affair with a guy who is senior and he's married and he has daughters kind of your age. And yes, okay. And I asked her, like, obviously I probed, why are you having an affair? And finally she told when she was she goes to everyone for advice and guidance, and which she was doing in my group. And she was asking him advice, and he told her come after classes, after college hours. And then they got kind of close, and his fantasy, he put his hand in her leg, and then they started exchanging lips and this and that. And I told her, my dear, see, listen, your life, you took advice, you're just sorting things out. Please don't complicate things. Okay, this will really go in the wrong direction. You wouldn't want to know. And fine, she said. I said, if you're that desperate for a relationship, go get yourself a boyfriend. So she took the advice to heart, but she took it 50%. She went and got herself a boyfriend, which anyway, she was having a great time, freshly in Europe. But she was still having an affair with him. So now boyfriend and teacher. Now you have a two-prong. I was like, that was bad enough. And now you have made it worse. So I said, I told you not to go here, to go here. Now you're going both the ways. I told her very clearly, you will really regret it. Please don't. And, she was constantly chatting. To my surprise, one day, I get this message from a number with all bad words. And I was like, who the hell is this? And I was like, excuse me, sorry, what? And in that, normally if you send bad words, I block you. He was like, you are taking advantage of the one I love. And I was like, who the hell is this? It turns out that her boyfriend managed to get her password, and he saw me giving her advice about love and boyfriend. And so he thought I was having something got to do with her. He obviously doesn't know who I am or what. And I told him, listen, kiddo, listen, you got the wrong guy. Okay, you got the wrong this thing. You talk to her directly, don't need to involve me. And I blocked him. And This girl, instead of telling him the truth or a version, obviously she can't tell him that she was sleeping with the guy. I know, too much of masala. Let's keep it short. I'll get to the main point. She she threw me under the bus by saying that I was kind of after her, and she wanted to break up with me, but because I give advice and all that, so I was in love with her. Apparently, she was attracted, but I was in love with her. And this guy from another phone. And finally, I blocked her, blocked him, everything. I didn't want to get part of the drama. I'm helping her, and I threw her out of all my groups. Okay. Everything was fine until one day I get an email from a totally new email. And guess who? It's the same girl. And now what happened? Well, now what happened is she got caught in a compromising position with this college professor. Boyfriend found out she's with this college professor. Parents indirectly came to know about it. And now she not only stands being suspended from college, that guy will anyway lose his job. Her degree is in question. Her parents don't want to deal with her. And her boyfriend, vengeful. So everything is in a mess. Everything is in a mess. And guess what? The only person to turn to is me. She wanted a solution. Now what you threw me under the bus. You put it as if I'm after you. I helped you for free. To save your ass, you made me look bad. Luckily this guy was not like one of those who would write 110 articles and all that nonsense. But anyway, she would get into trouble. And now after getting caught from all the sides, I didn't even respond to this email. She wrote me multiple emails from multiple emailer. And the usual, I'll commit suicide, I'll die, sir. But I don't care. Sometimes I think, being too nice to people, especially those who are a little cuckoo, is a mistake. Sometimes people are destined to destroy their lives. And this was one of them. So, in the end, finally, I guess she destroyed her life, and that's it. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you in conclusion to all this is there are some people who are born mad. There are some people who have a rotten DNA. There are some people who, no matter what you do, you can even ask Jesus Christ, Lord Shiva, Allah to help them. They will still mess up. And you can never fix stupid. Like this, never fix stupid. And that is why I choose me. I don't know about you. I choose whom I should be nice to, whom I should not be nice to. Sometimes I make the mistake of being nice to the wrong people. And then you'll say, oh, why don't you be nice to the good people? Well, the good people pay money. The bad people are like this. And that is why I choose not to be a nice guy, because sometimes, or rather, almost every time I've been nice, people have taken advantage. So best, put them in their place. You give me money, I give you service. End of story. No drama, no bullshit, no all this nonsense. Anyway, hope you guys got entertained. 3 real stories. Good, bad, ugly. Feel free, comment down below. Love to hear your thoughts. This is me signing off. Take care.